with even numbers, so I count up by the twos. Damn, you gon' count it by the twos. Rover certified. First you gotta get approved. You know, I gotta get approved.
You probably heard of Crip Mac.
Yeah.
Do you think he's the face of the Crips, or he just
Nah,
he's just the other member of the Crips?
No, I don't think he's the face of the Crips, and I do believe I was just watching something on YouTube when he was saying that he's not a general. You know, he admits to it, but that dude is for real. Like, people make fun of his voice and his tattoos and the things he do. That dude is really a real one. You know what I'm saying? But I don't look at him as the face of the Crips. He just somebody that I look at as in he has more attention. He just got a lot of attention on him, good and bad. You know, it's just the life that he lives though. But he lives the life that he want to live, and it's respected. I respect it. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the man. You know, I actually want to fuck with him. Actually, you know.
That's what's up. How do you feel about the '60s in Texas and being cool with the Hoovers?
Well, I know back at home in LA, it wouldn't be happening like that. You know, when it all boils down to it, you know, in my eyes, unity is everything. You know, even though Hoovers aren't Crips, they criminals. So, but I represent the whole the Crip Street line. You know, Crip. You know, it's a community revolution in progress. We all originally was supposed to be taking care of each other, looking out for each other. After the Black Panthers, we didn't have nobody, and then you had the Crips that came along right after the fight clubs. You know, so I just look at it like this: like unity is everything. If they could get along back at home, Hoovers in '60s or A-Trays in '60s, it's a beautiful thing. We really need that unity up out here, you know. So there's some people that might be from '60s up out there in the land that fuck with some Hoovers because they either they family or they've been friends for years before the gang bang, and they really fuck with each other on a genuine level. But they know that, you know, politics and when to be around somewhere and when not to be around, or certain places they ain't supposed to be together, or the same way vice versa. But the '60s fucking with the Hoovers out here, it will be a problem back at home. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, it's a beautiful thing that is unity. You know, we all need to stick together, brown and blacks.
Do you think gangs from outside LA are real, and has the Bloods and Crips grown way bigger than just LA sets?
Oh yeah. You gotta respect every hood that you're going into. Yeah, I take any gang or any neighborhood that you live in, I take it serious. It's a respect thing. You can't just look at it because they just it's a California thing that originated from California, but you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the outsiders too, cause they doing it just as much as LA doing. So it's not really supposed to be a LA, but the homage should be paid to LA. But at the end of the day, it's just, you know, to me personally, it's, I don't know, bro. I respect it. I done been through a lot of hoods up out here, and it went down everywhere. So I respect every hood. So yeah, I take them serious, because you could die anywhere.
Well, Charleston White said that gangs don't do anything for the community. Do you think there is a stuck of a cycle of destruction, or he's just being like telling the truth or speaking facts?
Who said it?
Charleston White.
That's a good question, man. Okay, let's get on the Charleston White situation. I agree with Charles White with some of the stuff that he say, and I respect it. He's just a person that has no filter. and he's not gonna sugarcoat anything to make shit taste sweet. You know what I'm saying? This generation, after my generation, I come from the fourth generation of Crippin'. So after my generation, I say when you get to the 90 babies, they fearless. You know what I'm saying? They dangerous, bro. I tell you that now. So the way how things is constructed, how things are, no, they're not helping the community. They're really tearing it down. Really, they're supposed to be protecting the neighborhood. They even tear down their own people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they, I say we. I had some parts in it as a kid. You know? So when it all boils down to that, it is tearing down our community. We're supposed to do more help than damage. Cause that's what Crips and Bloods was originated from. It was just like how the Ku Klux Klan was. The Ku Klux Klan was originally policing their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? When it was policing their neighborhood, it was protecting their own race, and it just got outrageous, and it just broke out into this big old thing. You know, so same thing with the Crips and Bloods. At a time, a lot of people don't know, but back in the days, Crips used to be walking around and you know what I'm saying, what's happening with you, young blood? You know? But it just became a thing to where somewhere down the line it wasn't okay to say that. My grandfather still would call me young blood. I'm not saying you're a Crip though, but there's still some Crips that I know that's old as hell, like in their 50s and 60s, and yell out, what's happening with you, young blood? And they full-fledged Crips. It's just the people who's corrupted. A lot of people up out here that's I'ma tell you what fuck people up. What fuck the streets up. Prison. Prison puts you in a point to where when you in prison, it fucks with your mentality, right? So when you in prison and you closed in with over 1,000 men that's narcissists and manipulators and strong-minded, and you got weak-minded people, they gonna follow, right? So when you set certain rules in that pen, they gonna run off them rules. So when they get out for doing so long and they getting beat up, just maxed out to the point to where they in fear. So when you get out after doing so many years, let's say about 15, 20 years, that's programmed into your mind. So when you go out on the street and that person's doing life, you running off his program and you putting that negative shit out there in the program, in the streets. So now that you sitting up out here, you doing that, you got other leaders that's doing that, and you making them think it's okay for that. So the only thing it did is just separate it for what it was really stood for, and then damaged the program. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where it starts from. If you pay attention to a lot of people who've been to the pen, they get brainwashed by other people that brainwash people that's manipulators. So they really fucked up people in the head, and they fucked everybody else up. So when it came down to protocols and programs and shit like that, it goes to the point to where it gets in the street. Nobody want to follow no rules. Nobody want to follow the G code. Nobody's out for their neighborhood. They gonna get what they gonna get, and guess what happens? Everything corrupted. So yeah, we is fucking up our community until somebody stands up and get it right.